Hey, good morning guys from the old truck in Southern Nevada. Hey, last week I walked into my favorite gun shop to look at their used handguns, and well, I came home with 2 of them, so pretty excited about that. So let me show you what I got here. I picked up this Astra Constable, chambered in .380. Wanted one of these things for years. They just never show up. So real glad to get my hands on this one. And I picked up a little Sterling, chambered in .25 ACP. I just happen to like small pocket pistols. So we're going to go into my shop. We'll take a close look at these 2 pistols, then we'll come back out here and put a few rounds through them. But if you watch my videos, you know I have a small Astra collection. So I did bring another Astra pistol with me. This is the A75, chambered in .45 ACP. So we're going to shoot this one today also, just have a little fun with it. But right now, let's go back into my shop, and we'll take a look at these pistols, and then we'll come back out here and do some shooting. All right, let's start off with the little Sterling 25 Auto. And this was made in Lockport, New York. And you know, these were made in the 70s and 80s, and the quality of these pistols were quite a bit better than the zinc pistols coming out of California at the time. And this one came with one 7-round magazine. This is the safety. That's on safe, that's fire, magazine release, and this here is the takedown button. Make sure the gun's unloaded, pull the trigger, push this button in, the back end will pop out slightly, and you can take the slide and lift it up and take it off. You know, I actually have another one here. This is chambered in .22 long rifle, and it is stainless steel, as you can see. Again, Lockport, New York. I like these little pistols. Now this one here, yeah, this one will jam up on me sometimes. I think I need a new magazine. And so I paid $80 for this little guy, and hopefully it was money well spent. We'll find out today. And the ammo I'm going to shoot, I've got some PMC bronze. This is a 50 grain full metal jacket. Let's see, velocity 750 feet per second. And I have some PPU, again 50 grain full metal jacket. Alright, next we have the Astra Constable 2. And Astra pistols were made in Spain. But, you know, that's a nice looking pistol. It's, of course, a copy of the Walther PPK 380. In fact, it says right here 9mm 380, and imported by Inner Arms. Astra sold a lot of these pistols because they were just so well made, and mine came with 2 7-round magazines. So we have the magazine release. This here is a slide lock, takedown lever, and of course hammer and safety. Safety is also a decocker, and when that's on safe, it won't do anything. And the pistol is single action and double action. And the trigger pull on this is really smooth, but it is heavy. But you do want a heavy trigger pull on a pistol like this. It's got very small sights on it, but that rear sight is adjustable for windage. But you know what? Really nice shape. So I got this pistol and 2 magazines for $200. Now granted, these go for about $250 in this condition, and I buy a lot of guns there, so yeah, they cut me a little break, just to be honest with you guys. $200, so real happy about that. Alright, you know what? Let's take a look at my .45. Again, this is the A75. single action, double action, chambered in .45 auto. Now both of these pistols, you know, these are solid steel pistols. I mean, they have some weight to them. Single action, double action, decocker. This one actually came with 3 magazines, and these hold 7 rounds. But I do like shooting this one. I have a little Astra Cub. Look at this little cutie, huh? This is chambered in .22 short. Absolutely love this little pistol. Now, the good news is, I'm going to pick one of these up in a couple of weeks, but it's going to say Colt on it. Little .25 automatic, so anxious to get my hands on that. And I do have reviews on these other pistols here. And last, I have a Astra 357 Magnum, 4-inch barrel. You know, just for comparison, here's a .22 short. There's a .25 ACP. There's a .380. And here is a .357 Magnum. All right, I got my earplugs in. Target set up about 7 yards. We're going to start off with the Constable, and I'm going to fire 6 rounds of the CCI Blazer brass case ammo. So let's see what happens. Whoa! You know, this is a little snappy, and that second round kind of caught me by surprise, and it did shoot a little bit low. All right, let's try the aluminum cased ammo. Yeah, the single action on this is pretty light. All right, let's try 7 rounds of the CCI aluminum cased ammo. Same magazine, by the way. Didn't lock back, but fired them just fine. You know, on these little blowback pistols, it's very important to get a good solid grip on it so it can cycle properly. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire one-handed, see if I have any malfunctions with this. Did not lock back again. Now, that was aluminum cased ammo. Let me go back to the brass cased ammo and see if it's going to lock back. Okay, so I have 3 rounds loaded in here. I just want to see if it's going to lock back on the last round. And this is the brass case ammo. Nope. All right, let's shoot the little Sterling. I have 7 rounds of PMC bronze. Ah. Come on, baby. That is unloaded, safety off, in my pocket because it is a pocket pistol. All right. 2 rounds. And of course it does not lock back on the last round. All right, you know what, let's try that again. I only have 8 rounds of this PMC left, so I have 7 rounds in the magazine and 1 round in the chamber. So let's fire 8 rounds, see what happens. Same thing. Huh. Unloaded, safety on. Again, the second round from the end here. All right, last 2 rounds. Huh. 7 rounds of the PPU ammo. Well, kiss my grits, look at that. Huh. Astra 45. Yeah. 25 ACP. .45 ACP. Whoa. All right, guys, there you go. You know, that little Sterling, it shot just fine with that PPU ammo. And the little Constable here, it shot great. Just would not lock back on the last round. But I'll take a look at this when I get home. It should be an easy fix. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching my video. Hit that like button. And we'll see you next time. Yeah.